just arrived to the BraveMaker Film Festival, and the mental health panel is right here, which right now my mental health in this second is like, oh, like I literally just said hi to somebody and I already started like tearing up because I'm so tired and like overwhelmed. But we're here, and I'm so grateful that we're here again, because last year I came just as a spectator, and this year I have 4 films in the film festival. I'm pitching in the film festival, and I just like know so many more people, and I'm so excited, and I'm thrilled to get to know even more people. So and now it's time to go to the very first workshop. I was so physically and mentally exhausted from working too much and not taking any time for myself the last few weeks, so hopefully this workshop will help me survive this weekend. This year I decided to attend with an all-access pass again because I loved it so much last year, and I knew that I would be going to every event possible.
How to be a participant of the film festival. That's what they show up there. It was so beautiful. And after the film, they were talking to me through an interpreter.
I am starving, so I walked over to Zarene's and treated myself to amazing food, and oh my god, I love this place. I've decided that I'm just gonna try and keep to myself today. It sucks, but there's a bunch more days that I can talk to people. I think I'm gonna go to some of these screenings, and then around 9 p.m. I'm just gonna go ahead and just go to bed. And right now they're gonna have some press at the Fox Theater, and then I believe Daughters, the film. Dang, I really need to take care of myself. I feel like I'm so weak for just not being able to do all of this when so many people can. But I know this is the only press day, so I felt like I had to go and take at least one photo, especially because there is a Getty Images photographer here today. I ran into my friends Victoria and Conrad, which I love them. I feel so safe and comfortable with them. So we watched the film Daughters together.
Thank you for coming to our 6th annual BraveMaker Film Fest.
Daughters is a documentary about an incredible date with dad program for girls ages 5 to 15 and their incarcerated fathers. The fathers have to complete a 10-week parenting program before the date. And wow, it's just so powerful and important to have programs like these. And I think I cried 8-9 times during the film. Just please go watch it on Netflix. Now it's time for a chill, free movie outside in the quad, and then finally I'm going to bed so I don't overdo myself even more. And I am so sad that I missed the opening night mingle and gala event today. Friday morning, and they have complimentary breakfast, which is perfect because I did not have time to get food before the early morning pitch prep workshop by Roadmap Writers. I'm attending this since I am the one presenting our web series called Bernadette the Brave for the Pitch Fest, where the best pitch wins $1,000 towards their project. And I am loving this workshop. It was such a great way to connect with filmmakers who are in pre-production for their own project. Now improv with Leah Knauer, and guess who is in the workshop standing next to me? Ken Whittingham, who is one of the VIPs and has directed some of my favorite TV shows like The Office and Abbott Elementary, and I am having a lot of fun in this class, but I'm also like, oh my god, I need to go take some improv classes because it's been so long since I did this.
Would anyone like to share? And we always like to say, hey, say your name, where you're from, keep it to 30 or 60 seconds if you can. That would be great. We'll always make space for 4 or 5 people to share anything you would like.
Hi, I'm Tamika Anderson, and I just wanted to share and thank all of the people who participated in the pitch session. There were some amazing pitches. I want to see all of those films and projects. I mean, I was really inspired, and also thanks to Tiffany for all of the suggestions that she gave.
We're able to touch people in multiple ways, and we just were able to touch you, brother, because we are here at the BraveMaker Film Festival. So I'm going to ask everyone to understand why these nonprofit leaders in the community need your support. So I am asking everyone to make sure that we continue festivals like this and donate to this brother. Woo! Because you wouldn't have been able to have that experience without you creating this opportunity. So thank you.
I found a friend, Jess! I'm trying to relax a little bit with my friend Jess Jael. We got some boba and then headed over to the San Mateo Museum, which is gorgeous, for the entertainment panel with VIP guests.
And 30 Rock and Scrubs. And most recently, Abbott Elementary, a television person. Not saying that I don't want to do film, but I do want to add some of my bucket list to do with independent film. And that's pretty much what I do.
During film festivals, I have to make time to go eat, and luckily a bunch of us wanted to go grab a bite before the next event, and we went to Bon's Chicken and shared some yummy wings. I also love their beef bibimbap. It's 6:30 and now I'm at the hub. This is about to get started, and it's for filmmakers, actors, everything, and I have my Bernadette the Brave button, so I'm going to be talking to people about that. But I'm excited to meet some new people, actually get to talk to a lot of people that I saw during a lot of the panels. Now we're walking back over to the theater for a film block called Can You Feel It? It's a few shorts and a feature film. A fun part of coming to film festivals like this one are the Q&As after almost every single screening. You get to know the filmmakers so quickly because you see their work, so that's one huge part. Then you see their personalities on stage in the Q&A, and then you get to meet them in a more intimate way in the hallways, and you can run into them, get to know them, ask them more chill questions, and it's just such a great opportunity to get to know creatives from top to bottom. The very next film block I am actually in, it's called Mystery, Death, and the Devil, and I am one of the stars of the short film Effervescence.
Breeze, writer and producer of Effervescence. Thanks a lot very much.
After a long day of workshops, screenings, and chatting with filmmakers, you think we all want to just go to bed, but there sometimes are these secret parties that you can find out about if you purchased an all-access pass or if you're a VIP, and it is just such a fun, chill time. Okay, I finally made it to my hotel room, and I will see you in the morning.
Good morning. It's like 8 something a.m. and I need to rewrite the pitch for Bernadette the Brave because we have one, but I went to the pitching workshop and there's some tweaks I need to make to it to consolidate it and make it more efficient. Oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy.
Morning, Tony. Early Saturday morning screening. This is the family-friendly program, Saturday at 10 a.m. and I produced a film in this block. It's called Pizza Monster.
Tell us who you are, your role in the film, and something you were proud about in making it and seeing it on the big screen today.
You're gonna make me cry already. Hi, my name is Belgica Rodriguez, and I helped produce Pizza Monster with Javi right here, and I am proud that we did it because this was a monologue originally that Javi read to me over a Zoom call years ago, and I was like, this is a film, right? And so it is.
Hi everyone, I'm Javi, and I'm the director-writer of Pizza Monster. I think something I'm really proud of is just the vibe we created on set. The kids were happy, eating pizza. My family was involved as well with Crafty and lending their house.
Quick coffee break, and then we're off to the Women in Entertainment panel at the library.
Turnout. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm Kelly White, and I'm on the board of Women of Film San Francisco. I love the team approach, and the team approach to put on a festival or do a film is just, that's my favorite thing about being on set and filmmaking is the team that it takes. It takes every PA to every screenwriter to a star, it takes us all. And nobody wants to do my job, and I don't want to be in front of a camera doing their job, and it takes us all to make a good project. So I think women are amazing at that, amazing at teamwork.
I'm Laura Wells. I'm a TV writer and feature writer.
Harvey. I'm mainly a TV writer, but also screenwriter, producer,
director.
By the way, there's pretty much something else happening at all times. Like at the same time as the panel, I also had the choice to go to a special effects makeup workshop at the Hub or go to another screening at the theater. The Women in Entertainment panel is more of a workshop this year as we got into smaller groups of people who were in the same niche as us in the entertainment industry. The Women in Entertainment panel just ended and I had to excuse myself and just come sit in the shade to go over the pitch a couple of times because the pitch is in about an hour and I'm pretty nervous. I'm walking over to the pitch competition and I am so terrified. I'm used to talking in front of a lot of people, that's fine, I don't care, but there is something about the fact that this is a competition where we could get money for our web series that is making me so nervous. That's me right there talking, saying the pitch. Okay, I survived. Headed over to the theater again because San Francisco Blues, a short film I am in, is included in this block, and you can see me right there. This film is actually now on YouTube, so you can watch it.
Directed and wrote San Francisco Blues.
Going to all of these workshops and screenings and talking to a lot of people in between can get pretty exhausting, so me and Javi decided to support a local Mexican restaurant and have some drinks before walking back to the theater and watching another block of short films. Whenever you see a step and repeat empty like this, take your photos because if you go after a screening or a Q&A, it will be packed. There will be so many people in line. And even though it's so chaotic, whenever I can, I try to ask Tony, hey, is there something really quick I can help you out with? And he did need some help with a sign. So I did that before heading into the screenings. And this block was so good. I mean, the quality of the films in this film festival is just so great. And Effervescence was in this block again. The last day of the film festival and Victoria's looking like she slept and she showered.
Thank you, I didn't.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna sit next to her.
And there's more workshops, intimacy coordination at 12. Last night I didn't get a chance to eat, and sometimes you're going from the thing that
And you don't have to.
Yeah. But I feel bad if I'm not, engaging with people.
I'm walking over to the theater right now because I was gonna be at workshops at the Hub from 10 all the way to I think 3 or something, but I was talking to Rasan. He has a film here at the festival and it sounded really good, and he said you have to try and run over in between your workshops because there's a tiny bit of time, so I'm going late to that screening. Right after I see his film, I'm gonna just run back to the panels again because the next panel is intimacy coordination, and I want to learn more about that because I want to get more intimacy coordinators on set in indie films. I'm gonna go see Friendly Signs by Rasan New York Thomas, I believe. He works a lot on making film and art with, I believe, incarcerated people. I just talked to him for maybe 2 minutes today, 2 minutes on the other days, so I haven't learned all about everything he does, but he does a lot.
Friendly Signs. Did anybody see it already? It already had a screening, but if you didn't, you can see it today. What is it?
I've heard. Nobody saw it.
We're seeing it today. We're running over there today.
There it is. So Friendly Signs is the story of a man named Tommy Wicker who grew up doing sign language with his deaf older brother. And he ended up incarcerated. And one day his brother went to come see him, and the guards didn't know his brother was deaf, and they treated him like crap. And his brother's like, I'm never coming back here.
Oh, no.
And so that just made Tommy feel horrible. And so when Tommy found out deaf people in prison were being persecuted so badly in one prison that they were being sent to the prison where Tommy's at, San Quentin, he said, I'm gonna make this a safe space for everybody that's deaf. I'm gonna teach everybody sign language. And so Friendly Signs is about Tommy Wicker's journey to start a sign language class in a state prison.
I mean, you guys, come on. These films are just so good. Now I'm running back to the Hub for an intimacy coordination workshop with Heather. This was really interactive because we got to ask questions and get on our feet and practice verbally sharing what our boundaries were that day, because I learned that not every day you are going to have the same boundaries, especially if you are a producer. This is super important because if an actor says yes one day, it's totally normal and okay for them to say no the next. So you have to pivot.
The team can either pivot, shoot it in a way that works for that actor's boundaries. There probably is a way to tell that story that still works for that actor's boundaries. But if the project, if it's a non-negotiable, no, we want full whatever, this actor does not want it, then we might recast. Then we might have to recast. But no actor should ever, if it goes against your boundaries, it goes against your boundaries, right? It's not worth the therapy costs later on. So people are always allowed to change their mind. It doesn't mean that they're always gonna still be in that part, right? They might have to say no to that part.
I was going to add directors that we need to be ready for that and not be shaming or coercing.
No coercion. Because you might be able to tell it in an even more interesting way that still upholds your vision.
So if you are here for a different workshop, you're going to have to stay here now because no one's getting out of this sardine trap. Director Ken Whittingham, how many of you have watched a show in which Ken has directed? Call it out. Call it out. What's one of your favorite shows?
Excellent. Abbott Elementary.
Did you hear any of that?
Lauren Wells, who's a screenwriter, manifested her desire to work with Tina Fey, the best friend BFF of Amy Poehler, and found herself doing that. So that's kind of your break. So let's hear yours. Go for it.
In LA, you're driving by billboards that shows you didn't get all of that time. And that's okay. It leaves you open to better things. I was telling everyone who would listen that that was the type of show I wanted to work on, and I was in New York at the time, and I was just a set PA, working my way up, getting coffees, doing walk-ups on the streets.
I ended up having lunch at Nomadic Kitchen with a DP friend who was also heading for a quick bite, and of course we ended up chatting about filmmaking and projects that we are working on. I'm running a bit late because I had to make time for dinner, but I am now at the BraveMaker Academy shorts screening. I was one of the producers in one of them called Infectious Theater. BraveMaker has an academy where you can learn how to act or produce or direct or DP, like almost everything. And how you learn all these things is by making a short film and then it's screened at the film fest. Bay Area films can, of course, be in any of the film blocks, but there is a special Bay Area Shorts block where there is also a grant in honor of Elizabeth Ann Mitchell McCarthy that is given every year to a female producer.
Elizabeth passed away in June of 2020. This me, I have to think about what Elizabeth stood for, who she would want it to have this. She hates to be on camera, so this is a fun, sadistic award giving. Anything you want to say?
No. For real.
All right, brave stories change the world, and you are the story. All right, we'll see you at the after party. If you have a pass or you are a selected filmmaker, the after party is at 10:18.
It's time for the closing night party with food, drinks, Pitch Fest winner announcements, performances, all kinds of things. This weekend has gone by so fast, and I have spent a lot of time with all kinds of creatives. You really don't know who you will meet at a film festival. Like the fact that I got to talk to Ken Whittingham, someone who has directed some of my most favorite TV. Are you kidding me? Life-changing. Just like him, there are people that their resume just blew me away. And then, of course, there are so many up-and-coming filmmakers and just doing such great stuff. By the way, I also did a giveaway, so let me tell you a little bit about what that was. I contacted a bunch of companies that I have been a fan of throughout my years as an actress and asked them if they would give us some stuff to give away. And I'm so excited to share the following items to give to somebody who is an all-access pass holder. All of these items were gifted to us by the companies that I'm about to mention. Of course, this was catered towards actors because I'm an actor, but I think anybody could benefit from it. For the grand prize, we have 2 months of the BraveMaker Mastermind, a 60-minute self-tape service. You don't have to do self-tapes alone that day. How about some headshots? A one-look headshot session in Oakland with Ben Krantz Studio, and I've actually shot with him 3 times. A 1-year actor subscription to Backstage, and for your self-tapes that you do at home, we have a Savage portable backdrop system, a 53-inch paper roll color of your choosing, and a Joby Wavo microphone. For the second prize, we have a 30-minute one-look cinematic shot session with Cedric Cabrera, and this will be at the San Francisco studio. The winner will be chosen at random at the closing night party of the BraveMaker Film Festival.
2 people are winning, so why don't you choose the first prize? And what? Okay, he said this is the second prize.
The second prize.
And I will email you the links because I don't have all this stuff with me.
Oh my gosh.
Who is it?
Be here. Amy Boyd, are you here? Amy Boyd! Ow, ow! Is she here?
Now for the first prize.
This is $1,000 of things, right? Okay, here we go. This is Victoria Gonzalez!
She's a writer. She's a great, talented person.
Emailing you the links. Congratulations. Pictures. All right, good. You won. Thank you,
I may be biased because this is the only film festival that I have gone to multiple times from start to finish, but this is absolutely my most favorite industry event. And I go to a lot. There is just something about like the community here. There's so much momentum, inspiration, and connections I have made these last 2 years that I attended that have turned into projects within months. And I'm sure there will be more, within the next few years of connections I have made. But the community, specifically in BraveMaker, is so vast. There are people who have been quietly writing in their bedrooms for 10 years and getting really good at that, but have never brought their scripts to life until they met a collaborator at the film festival. And then, of course, there's people who have made like 10 features, 30 shorts, or are actively writing and directing on some of the top shows on television. And everyone is so kind. So I encourage you to go to the next film festival. It takes place every July in Redwood City, California, and I think it is totally worth the drive up from LA. If you want to encourage more things like this, go ahead and become a monthly donor for BraveMaker. I donate $10 a month. I know that's not a lot, but maybe hopefully soon it will be a lot more money that I can donate. But I just want to encourage more people to give to great organizations like this that we can all benefit from spiritually. And then, of course, like career-wise. And they host so many events throughout the year. So look into them. They are BraveMaker.org on all of the platforms. And if you go to one of their monthly mixers in LA or the Bay, you might see me there.